Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to make a savory pie. I know I already shared a video about a savory pie earlier, which is vegan friendly, but this one is a different kind of dough and a different filling. I'm going to use ricotta and spinach, which is very common in Italy, and it's a combination that I strongly suggest you try because it's so delicious. But obviously you can also just use the dough recipe and fill it with whatever you prefer, but this is one of my favorite way. Let's get started. You'll need only 3 main ingredients to make the pie crust. Starting with all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, and a bit of paprika for flavor. But it's completely optional. If you don't have it, don't worry. Give it a mix and then add in the cold butter in pieces. Crumb the butter into the flour until the mixture has a sandy kind of consistency, or if you prefer, you could use a pastry blender. So the reason why it's best to use cold butter is because it helps making the crust flaky and crispy rather than soft. At this point, I add in the water and I mix it in, and I compact the dough together. I cover it in some plastic wrap and I let it rest for a couple of hours in the fridge. Then in a clean counter, I flatten out the dough with a rolling pin until it's thin all around. I butter a 9-inch pan and I transfer the dough in it. Now let's take out the excess with the rolling pin, just like this. And with a fork, I poke some holes that will help the pie crust to cook well. Now I'm ready to add the filling I prepared earlier. And to make it, it's super simple and quick. Slightly fry up half of an onion in a tablespoon of olive oil for about 3 minutes. And then I deglaze the pan with about a quarter cup of water. I chopped up 400 grams of spinach and I add in the pan just the first half with some salt and let it cook for just a few minutes so that they reduce in volume, otherwise they would not fit all together. And after a couple of minutes I add in the rest. I cook everything for about 5 more minutes until most of the water evaporates. At the end of the cooking time, I like to drain them to remove the excess moisture. And this will avoid that the pie crust gets soggy, because nobody likes that. Okay, now I get a good quality ricotta cheese and I add in a pinch of salt, some black pepper, and I mix it with the spinach. Perfect, now our filling is ready and I'm adding it to the dough. I sprinkle on top also some grated cheese, either Parmesan cheese or mozzarella cheese or whatever kind you like. And I finish the pie by adding the classic strips of dough. I alternate between a narrow strip and a wider one just for my own preference. And then I repeat the same process by placing the strips in a diagonal. So make sure that the strips are not too stretched out from one side to the other, because they will shrink during the cooking time. And pat the ending down a bit to attach them even better to the base. Alright, at this point our pie is ready to go in the oven at 390 Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes. I let it cool down for at least half hour before serving it, and then it's ready to be enjoyed. It's so delicious, it's flaky and crispy and far from soggy. If you have some leftover dough, you can cut it into squares and slightly fry it up in a pan. You'll get these tasty crackers that are perfect for a little appetizer. Enjoy! Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for new weekly recipes. Bye guys!